Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this very special and good initiative of Excellence Education Services that we are giving online classes of IELTS. And I hope that you all understood how the listening part of IELTS is done. And I also gave you some homework and you did it. Because at the end of this module, we will be conducting a mock grand exam and in which you will be able to attend all of the module at the same time. So this time is for reading module. In this video I'm going to give you some introduction about reading module, how is reading module, what are questions, what are types of questions, and then in my next video I'm going to give you some examples and homework of reading module. So let's hop in. Okay, there are 3 reading passages. The reading task is different for academic and general regions. As I told before in my listening video, that if you are applying for educational purposes, then you're supposed to give academic IELTS. But if you are applying it for maybe immigration or for job purposes, general IELTS will be conducted. The passages for academic region is taken from newspaper, books, magazines. These things are suggested by seniors and it's not actually authenticated, but it doesn't mean that if you keep on looking some of the magazines you will find like this passage is from this magazine. No, because these passages which are in IELTS reading exam are very much unreal, and we haven't seen these kinds of passages in newspaper. Sometimes the passage could also contain difficult vocabulary, diagram, etc. And in my next video I will give you example. This part will be clear at that time. There are 40 questions in the reading task and you get 1 score for each correct answer, which means that 40 questions is equal to 40 marks. There is no negative marking, so never leave the question. It's suggested by all of the students and teachers that it is you have to give the answer. It doesn't matter if you're not sure, but never ever leave the question. There is no extra time given at the end of transfer the answer to the sheet. So in the listening module you will get extra 10 minutes in which you can transfer your answers from that booklet to your answer sheet. But in reading passage you will have 1 hour, because this exam is of 60 minutes, and in those 60 minutes they will not give you extra time to transfer your answer. It is recommended to spend 20 minutes on each paragraph, which means we have 3 paragraphs, so 20 minutes for 1 paragraph is enough. You can also write in capital letter, and spelling is important to be careful, which means that if your spellings are wrong, although your answer is right, you will not get marks. Okay, now heading towards some tips like how the IELTS reading module can be done. Number 1, be ready for different types of questions. There are around 14 different types of questions: filling the blanks, multiple choice question, diagram, labeling, map, and dialogues. And next video will be on types of questions of reading module, in which you will get a brief overview that how questions appear. So be ready for different questions, different types of question. Refer attached document for different types of yes. The other tip is skimming and scanning. Okay, these 2 techniques I think are the most basic techniques of IELTS reading, and applicant should be should know how to apply these techniques. So first of all I'm going to explain what is skimming and what is scanning. Okay, scanning is that you are looking for a specific point in the paragraph, which means that I tell you, for example, that find the word London in a paragraph, then you are finding the word London. So you are scanning whole paragraph to just find the London in paragraph. This is scanning. You are find a specific piece of information in the paragraph. And what is skimming? That you are reading overall thoroughly, not word by word, but you are going through line by line and just getting the overall overview of the paragraph, that what has been said in paragraph. Keep in mind you should be able to do skimming in 2 to 3 minutes, not more than this. One paragraph is of about 500 to 600 of words, or you can say 1 A4 page. So you should be able to read all of that words or sentences in 2 to 3 minutes. if you are done in 2 to 3 minutes, you have done skimming. But if you are taking more than this time, you're not doing skimming, you are reading it. So these are two techniques, and you can excel in those techniques. You can be great in those techniques by just applying these techniques to every book, magazine, newspaper. Grab a newspaper and start skimming it, reading over all the paragraph. Skimming is just similar to those things which we do before exam. For example, exam is at 9 a.m. and at 8:50 you are just overviewing what you have learned. This is skimming. So skimming and scanning, these are the most important techniques of IELTS reading. Develop reading skill. As much as you read, you will be faster in reading. So read exam, read a newspaper, magazines, whatever you find in English, just read it. Try to speed up, and one technique is the best technique, that we are not native speakers, our mother tongue is not English, but whenever we read, we try to pronounce it from our mouth. For example, if I'm reading it, ceramics are non-metallic inorganic solids. If I'm reading a book, I can hear myself, like I'm saying it loudly. So one technique is, do not say loudly, because when you say loudly, your time is consumed. Just say in your mind or in your heart and read it thoroughly without saying loudly. So develop your reading skills, read as much as you can. By this way, your reading speed will be enhanced, and that will be a really good effort in your reading test. Don't try to understand full passage. Yeah, this is the also most important thing. Like, you have to find the answer of the question. IELTS reading module, they are just checking you that whether you can find the answer of this specific question in the paragraph or not. They are not telling you to understand whole the paragraph or write summary of paragraph. There will be a paragraph, and then there will be a couple of questions just below the paragraph. So you are requested to just find the answers of that question in the paragraph. So just stick to the questions and their answer, not try to understand each and every word of paragraph. Learning vocabulary, you must be able to learn basic vocabulary at least, because some of those kinds of vocabulary, for example, enhanced, reduced, plunged, decrease, these vocabularies are included in reading passages. So if we and they are the keywords. Yes, this is keywords. What are keywords? Keywords are like the most important part of a sentence. For example, there is a question which asks from you, what happened in 1827? Now, what is the keyword? The keyword is 1827. You have to find the 1827 in the paragraph, and then you read the whole sentence and you will find your answer. So as I've written here, such as names, dates, locations, these are the keywords. These are the main part of the answer. Or you can say that you can get an overview of the question by this keyword. You just read the keyword in question, and then you're supposed to find that same keyword in the paragraph, and before or after that keyword you will have your answer. Grammar, sometimes there are also some types of question which can help you to understand by the help of grammar. If they're asking about in the past, you must be able to understand grammar, that they are asking about the past, they are not asking about the present. So you must be able to give answer of the past, not of the present. So grammar is also important. Practice, and finally, as do much practice as you can. I will also provide the 14-year of Cambridge material IELTS at the end of this whole modules, and you will have plenty of material to practice and practice and practice. Okay, so now it's time of today's vocabulary, and today first a word is abolish, which means put to an end. Put to an end means to end something. The death penalty has recently been abolished in our state. The government abolished illegal houses in the colony. So abolish, which means put to an end, and these are the two examples. Another word is reveal, or to make known, to give. At the end of this course, I will reveal the IELTS practice material. The police officer who revealed the facts of the murder case. So reveal mean to make known, to let public know about something. Prohibit, forbid by law or authority. Smoking is prohibited in the buildings. The law prohibits the use of guns. So these were our vocabulary and the tips of reading module. In the next video I'm gonna give you examples of questions, how questions appear, and then there will be a homework for you. So see you in next video.